Okay, fighters, we've gone over the rules. There were no final questions from you, Blue. There were no final questions from you, Red. Touch gloves if you want. Come out ready to fight.
This arena is on fire. 6 years ago today, the Octagon made its debut in Kansas City. The fans were ready for it to return, and what a main event they get here in the heart of America. Max Holloway in black, small favorite. Arnold Allen, undefeated in the UFC, is in red.
One thing about Arnold, he's always in incredible shape, as is Max. He's been aggressive early. Calf kicks, I believe, are going to be a big weapon for Arnold. Some opponents in the past have had a lot of success with that against Max. Arnold does like to use them quite a lot.
Max Holloway, royalty in the 145-pound division. He has not lost a non-title fight at featherweight since August of 2013 when he fought Conor McGregor as a 21-year-old. Low blow from Arnold Allen. Aloha spirit shown from Max Holloway as he gets some time to recover.
An accident, I understand.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. He's okay.
You good? Yeah.
Touch of the gloves, and we resume action. 45 seconds into the first of 5 possible rounds.
Love that Allen's on the gas early. Tries to get Holloway going backwards. What you can't do is allow Holloway to get going forward and walking you down because he's too good with his hands.
Well, that's actually a key point what you mentioned, Daniel, because think about this. This is the first 5-round fight for Arnold Allen. You know, Max Holloway is always in a 5-round fight.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Arnold Allen is he was scheduled for 5 last time. But because of the way the fight ended with Calvin Kattar, he didn't get to do the entirety of the fight.
Correct, my bad.
No, but he didn't fight 5. He's never fought 5.
No, sure.
So your point stands.
Thank you very much. Now to save me there.
Allen's going to have to be good at countering tonight, Mike. He cannot allow for Max Holloway. One of the things he does really well is he slides out of range and then he returns. He cannot allow Max to overwhelm him with his activity because we have seen Max Holloway. Once he gets
cracked him with a left.
that.
And that's the power that Arnold has. I mean, that was a huge left hand there. I mean, you could hear that one echo throughout the arena.
But Holloway just ate it.
He just ate it.
As he always does.
I think it's something like 1,600 punches, which he's absorbed in the UFC, and he's never been dropped once.
And also,
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Maybe the hardest record to break right now will be the significant strikes landed record. Max Holloway has like an 1,000-strike lead on second place. He has thrown punches in bunches, and he has the chance to eclipse 3,000 significant strikes landed in this fight tonight.
Which is insane.
When you watch Arnold Allen, though, you watch a kid that is just well-rounded and can do everything inside the octagon. He can wrestle, he can strike, he's in tremendous shape. He can do just about everything.
Well, the thing is as well, a point you said, Brendan, you know, he wants, or maybe it was you, Daniel, he wants everything that Max has.
Yeah.
And, you know, and he's not just only talking about the fame and the wealth. He wants the respect as a fighter. Here's a man that is extremely motivated, very, very disciplined. Had it hard growing up. You know, when he decided to start being a fighter, you know, money was beyond extremely tight. He had to sneak onto trains, pretend to be asleep, sometimes couldn't feed himself properly. Was very, very close to throwing it all in and getting a job back down at the docks, which is where he used to work. But he stayed the course, and here he is in a main event in what would be a title eliminator against Max Holloway.
On his side. On his side,
of course, yeah.
He wins this fight. He's on a very short list of guys that can fight for the championship. Holloway would seem to need some work unless Shair Rodriguez gets it done.
90 seconds to go in the first round as Allen tries to land another kick. Holloway stands his ground that time, fires a combination and a kick of his own.
But that's what I love about Max, given all the success that he's had, and know that accrued lots of wealth over the years. He said the motivation is still to be the best, to be the champ, to be the greatest of all time. I am not here for money grab. I'm here for greatness. Very even so far, though. Arnold got that massive left hand before.
Holloway's creating some great angles when Allen does try to enter.
Yes, strung them together that time. Longest combination of the fight so far for Holloway.
Yeah, Max still not sparring in his fights. There's a little bit, you know, in between training camps.
Yeah.
But generally doesn't like to spar, doesn't like the damage, the wear and tear. He said, listen, I know how to fight. I don't need to practice how to fight. I know how to fight.
And he also said that his training partners, they tell them to fight like Arnold Allen.
Yes.
But the moment he starts to get his way with them, they're like fighting like themselves, and then you lose that ability to get a guy emulating your opponent.
No, 100%. Anytime you bring a training partner and you say, okay, you use this XYZ style combination. But when you start dominating that sparring partner, you go back to doing what they like to do. So they drill it very, very slowly, and they always stick to the combinations that Arnold Allen will use.
First round's in the books. Second round coming. Right back to action in round two. Sly smirk on the face of Max Holloway as he readies for Arnold Allen once again.
And honestly, this is different of Holloway. Holloway's not generally a guy that's backing up. He's usually the pressing forward type of fighter. But you see him trying to back up and counter a little bit more than he normally does. Allen's corner told him, stay patient. They got 25 minutes. They feel like the overhand left is there when Max tries to blitz.
Yeah, that was the big message. The overhand left when Max enters. Close first round, though. Both men had some success.
Both had success. The big shot from Allen, but I thought Holloway landed more shots that round.
Fully agree.
Bit of a hybrid training camp situation for Arnold Allen, who stays at home in England now with his team at Renegade as he lands a huge left, but still working closely with Faraz Sahabi. Wow, and now he's starting empty. That's how he beat Dan Hooker.
Yeah, you got Max a couple of big shots there.
Yeah, big shots landed there by Allen.
Followed it up with a front kick.
He's so fast, man.
That's powerful.
And he's just one of those guys, right, that just is so well-rounded and gifted. A real high-level athlete, and you'll see more and more of these types of athletes coming into mixed martial arts.
Well, I saw him this morning. I went for my morning run. He was at the local park. There's like a nice big pond there.
Yeah.
He was running like mini sprints up and down. This is the crack of dawn. You know, I get up early.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
No matter where we are, Bisping's running.
With no knees.
Arnold Allen has been kind of stalking the division. He went the distance a lot, and then really Dan Hooker in the co-main event in London last year put him on the map big time with not just the way that, or not just that he won, but the way that he won.
Well, he's done exactly what his corners told him, and he's found a lot of success early in round two. That left hand has landed multiple times.
Yeah, and again, finding success. As you said, Max seems to be taking his time, looking for counters, not being as typically aggressive as what he is sometimes. But he often does this. I mean, look at the last fight against Yair Rodriguez. I won't say a slow start, but he certainly lost the first. The second one was really close, and then he took over.
A lot of times you watch Holloway, and he builds with the fight.
Yes.
It's a good way of putting it.
First UFC fighter to land 3,000 significant strikes. Max Holloway just crossed that halfway through round two.
And that's insane.
Nice jab by Allen.
See the speed of that?
Well, he threw it halfway and he let it fly when he saw Max come in the range. Beautiful change of speed there by Arnold Allen.
Holloway skates out of danger that time.
He skates out of danger, but straight away, Allen cuts the cage off. He's doing a really good job. Strategically, tactically, footwork-wise. That's a nice job by Holloway.
Allen is just not allowing Max to advance at all. You can see it's the game plan. Keep him on his heels. Don't allow him to dictate the dance.
And Allen, after the first round, went back to his corner, says, I'm waiting too much. He's made the adjustment so far in round two. Whoa.
You see Allen's so defensively sound as well. When he thought Max was going to unleash the combination, very, very tight guard.
Well, they're calling it cross block. Faraz Sahabi told him, your cross block looked beautiful in round one. You just can't wait.
Final minute, round 2. Holloway claps a big body kick. And the records continue to mount for Holloway, who joins RDA and Frankie Edgar with octagon time above 7 hours. Allen dips in again, throws a left hook.
The Holloway corner feels like they have Allen confused a bit with all the stance switches and the kicks. Those body kicks are nasty for Max Holloway.
Yeah, the second half of this round, Max looking a lot better. Confusing Arnold a little bit. Getting a little busier with the output as well. Still, another close round. All right, let's take a look at some of the action. A nice left hook attempt from Arnold. Misses, but comes over the top with the right hand. Max takes it well, rolls with it. There's a nice combination. Finds the mark right on the chin. Parries that one, fires back with the left, just like his corner told him to. And here's that big body kick. Gets through there. Huda made a huge slap that one.
Third round, fight you ready. Fight you ready. Fight.
Start of the third round, very close through the first 2. Basically what we expected, although the live odds have swelled in favor of Max Holloway, who was about -160 at the start of the fight.
Well, like Michael said, strong second half of round 2 for Max Holloway. Arnold Allen started very strong. Most of those combinations that we showed in the replay was in the first minute and a half of that round. Holloway got some good kicks off. But both guys are having success in fighting the fight that they want right now.
I mean, look at that. That was really nice. Lightning fast hands. It's those situations there that Faraz wants him to blast that left hand, because it's so fast. It's hard to, I mean, it's blurring the speed of Max Holloway. But just sticking out a huge left hand can slow him down.
And a big left after he moved it with the right hook to lead for Arnold Allen. Neither fighter yet to attempt a takedown. As we expected, Holloway goes up top of the kick.
Allen is chasing down those big left hands. Holloway's trying to hit him with jabs to the body to try to drop the hands of Arnold Allen.
Cut on the inside of the left eye of Max Holloway, as you see the blood dripping down his nose a little bit. Some damage on the face of Allen as well. 2 minutes into round 3.
Arnold's passing the test as well, because this is, it's a big, big step up. With respect, Kelvin Cater, what happened with the knee. Before that, the biggest win by far was Dan Hooker. Tremendous fighter, but it's a big step up to Max Holloway. So far, so good though, passing the test, showing that he belongs in the deep waters of the featherweight division.
Well, we have seen that time and time again here recently with these young fighters. When they get in there with these guys like Max Holloway and Petr Yan, we go, okay, this guy is on the level. But it's a matter of, can he do enough to actually win the fight, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you don't just want to compete. You don't want to hold your own. You want to step up, and you want to win.
Yeah, these guys are confident, supreme athletes that have no goals in mind but becoming the best in the world.
Well, listen, let's look at this. It's round 3. There's been a lot of action, a high output. Neither man slowing down. No one taking deep breaths. Just supreme athletes.
Allen landed a beautiful jab there, and another one. That's one thing Allen can't do. When Holloway starts to blitz him, when Holloway starts to go to his attacks, he can't just shell up. Because if he shells up, Holloway then will start to extend his combinations. He's got to kind of punch with him when Holloway engages him in close.
And another thing as well, when you look at them both, they are constantly moving.
Yes.
You know, not only is it a ridiculous high output, look at this, look at the footwork, the movements, the circular, the angles, the lateral movement from both men. It is literally non-stop.
What's constant, Allen is doing a great job trying to get his foot on the outside. The moment Max goes to conventional, Arnold Allen starts to try to win the foot placement. And it's sneaky, right, what Holloway is doing. You don't feel like Holloway's landing all that much, but look at the damage on Allen's face, and you look at the strikes. I mean, Holloway's at 65, Arnold's at 39.
And that's always the way with Max. You know, he does have power, of course he does.
Yeah.
But it's the sheer volume and the pace
it's
that
like,
he puts on people.
It's
Eventually
like
they wilt.
You feel like you're going even with him, but then after time, it starts to spread.
Yes.
Body kick got underneath the guard of Allen, and then a Holloway hunting an elbow on his way in. Final 30 seconds of round 3.
As you say, to your point, Daniel, you know, you're almost there. You're almost neck and neck, but you're just a little bit behind. But as that continues over 5 rounds, that just a little bit per round is accentuated, and it becomes a large lead. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that's what's happening, but that is historically what happens with Max's opponents.
Well, this was probably Max's best round.
Yeah.
Even though, we feel like he won round 1, this was easily Holloway's most effective round of the fight.
Round 4, you ready? You ready? Fight!
Main event rounds coming up as we begin round 4. And Allen, foot on the gas pedal. The live number has swelled to Holloway after the work he did in the 3rd.
Yeah, the 3rd round, it was big for Max. You know, a clear 10-9, I would say. So that's why it's important that Allen steps on the gas this round. He started fast and aggressive straight away. He's got to maintain that. He can't allow Max to mentally and physically assert some kind of dominance and momentum. You know, he's got to put him on the back foot instantly and insert himself back into the fight.
Yeah, Faraz was very smart in that sense. He goes, now he's poking and prodding at you. He said, when he's throwing, you got to kind of throw with him. He said, kick and throw with him. You can't wait when Max Holloway starts to get after you.
And he's absolutely right. The danger of that is when you throw with him, you're open to shots. If you're not throwing, you can cover up and be defensively sound. So he's correct, but it is dangerous. But this is fighting.
And Max's corner loves what he did last round, but was trying to tell him that he needs to stay off that center line, create more angles whenever Arnold Allen does enter in the range.
Dustin the Diamond Poirier admiring the work of Max Holloway's former opponent when they fought for the interim lightweight championship back in Atlanta. And that was actually the fight that broke the impressive winning streak of Max Holloway. He won 13 straight fights, and all it was 14 straight fights as a featherweight. The lone blemish in that interim title bout against the Diamond. Trying to punch his way back into the fight as they stand and trade in the center.
Some nice body work by Holloway there. And back to the straight jab, his signature weapons. The pace of Allen slowed a little bit in this round as well.
And you got to think, like, this is kind of new for Arnold Allen. This isn't a guy that, over the course of his run, has dealt with much adversity. He's been so good and ahead that this is like a new place in the fight.
Yeah.
He's got to find a way, as Mike said, to take control of this fight again.
There's one fight that he did need to come back and win was against Mads Burnell back in Liverpool 2018. He didn't get a sub late in the 3rd round. He would have lost that fight most likely on the scorecards. But since then, he has mostly been in control in every fight that he's been in.
Max is able to just ever so slightly just glide out of range in just the perfect amount. You know, when you study boxing, you're told not to move out too much so you can still land your counter shots. And that's what he's doing. He's backstepping just ever so slightly, just out of range of Arnold, but then fires back.
Chance here for Allen as Holloway stumbled back off balance.
Arnold's putting on a lot of pressure, though. He's not deterred. He's not losing confidence.
No, he isn't. He's trying.
Yeah, with everything he has.
He's just trying to figure out an approach, right? Because like you just said, just that. Max jabs him and he just kind of slides out of range.
He glides back and he circles. And then we go back to the approach. There it is. Max is going to his right every time. Backs up 2 steps, goes to the right. Got to be careful that he doesn't get predictable. Arnold could land a left high kick as he's circling.
That is the power side for Allen.
Yeah.
Southpaw stance.
That's
there
a
it
good
is.
straight left.
Straight left, it gets through to the target. Holloway goes back to the body kick once again. He's had that working. And now the action's starting to heat up a little bit as Allen's starting to show some more urgency.
Oh, nice left hand by Allen. As Max circles back into the power side. You hear the Allen corner saying more pressure.
Yeah. Essentially, when he goes, he's having success for the most part. I mean, Max is making it miss sometimes, but just missed.
Stumbled again. Significant strikes in the fourth round. Holloway with the edge in the final 40 seconds. We up here poised for a fifth and final round.
And that's what we mean, right, Fitzy? Like, we feel like Arnold Allen has fought better in this round, but Holloway still is outlanding him. Because Holloway just does such a great job of picking and choosing his spots.
Well, according to the strikes that we have here, significant strikes in favor of Max Holloway, 110 to 59 for Arnold Allen. I don't see it being that wide a margin, but that's what the competitor says.
And I think after they maybe split the first two rounds, this is a big swing round, depending on how the judges see this one. And for Arnold Allen, perhaps he'll need to finish it. Arnold Allen very aware of what he needs to do. Faraz Zahabi says you gotta knock him out. He says Dan Hooker in round 5, alluding to his blitz. That was insane in London last year when he knocked out Dan Hooker in the first round. He will try to equal that here as Max Holloway has the lead entering the final 5 minutes.
You know, Faraz Zahabi said we gotta finish him. I didn't know if I wasn't that sure of Holloway winning that round.
Well, I love the words of Faraz. He said, listen, fly or die, fight or flight, brawl or fall. Got to go for it, round 5. I don't know, listen, if Max is ahead, it's not by much. It's not a massive margin.
Here he goes. Now he's swarming.
Well, he said fly or die. He's going for it.
He is landing too.
He's just going to empty the tank. He's going to go for it because this is a close fight, and you never know.
Knee to the body on that side. That has some damage, and Holloway with a clean knee up the middle that lands.
That elbow landed right on the chin. And Arnold Allen ate that in round 5.
He needs to empty the tank this round anyway. It's the final fight. You want to leave it all inside the octagon, the final round, pardon me.
And as Fitzy said, round 4 was a swing round if you thought they split 1 and 2. The 5th round, you've got to win it. So there's multiple reasons why, if you're Team Allen, you've got to get it done. If you're Holloway's team, you feel a little more comfortable with the work that you've done over the course of the first 4 rounds.
Right in the middle, there's a lot of urgency through the first minute for Arnold Allen. Pace slowing just a bit as he perhaps tries to regather before unloading again.
I don't see it being a wide margin, particularly for either man. But Max Holloway.
Fitzy, what's the live odds now?
Live odds, minus 1050 for Holloway.
Yeah.
3 minutes and change to go.
Wow.
Holloway's landing those little shots in the middle of what Allen's doing. Like that.
Nice.
Yep, those body kicks. These elbows and punches when they come together.
First time they clinch.
I thought we would have saw more of this. Arnold is a very physical man, extremely strong. His father was a power lifter, so Kevin runs in the blood.
I just think it's that puzzle, right? Max Holloway is a puzzle that not many can figure out.
Yeah, no, it's hard to break down, hard to train for, it's hard to compete against. He is so technical, the movement, the angles, the shot selection. You put it all together with the confidence and the ability that Max has. There's a reason he was the featherweight king for so long.
And honestly, Mike, it's not like we're seeing the same guy. Another head kick lands for Allen.
Holloway, he's not just skilled offensively, but he just shakes off these shots. It's so tough to get out of there. Here goes Allen.
You can only shake off so many, though.
Yeah, bro. Allen is letting it all hang out.
Arnold's
exactly what you
swinging.
want to see.
Arnold's landed. Arnold's having success. And your chin's great until it's not anymore. So that can't be the game plan for anybody. I've got a great chin. I can eat these all day.
2 minutes left in Kansas City in our main event.
He used to be able to smack Chuck Liddell in the face with a baseball bat. And then towards the end of his career, we know he kind of struggled.
Yep.
Corner of Arnold Allen urging him to move forward.
And I really do like that cornering style. Just err on the side of you being behind in a big fight like this with a young guy.
Of course, empty the tank, go for it, leave it all in the octagon. There's nothing else after this. There's no point pacing yourself anymore. Go for broke.
But when you watch Holloway, he really is painting a beautiful picture, right? Because tonight we're watching a guy that's different. This isn't the same guy that just fought with reckless pressure. He's being much more patient, more calm in setting traps.
Yeah, he's painting a beautiful picture, but there's a bit of blood on that picture as well. He is getting caught, he's getting clipped. It's not one-way traffic. Arnold's certainly in this fight. It is very competitive.
Another body kick. Allen spills him and then fires a head kick as Holloway returns to his feet.
This
final minutes.
This is a great round for Arnold.
Yes, this aggressiveness has really served Arnold Allen well.
Crowd is starting to rise here as we climax here in our main event. Mouthpiece is out.
Don't move, don't move, don't move.
Herzog's going to stop him.
Ready? Go.
Get it back in there for Max Holloway as we resume action from the clinch. 30 seconds to go. And for Arnold Allen, his clock may be the enemy here. He has closed the gap with what he's done through the first 4.5 minutes of round 5. The biggest question, will it be enough to win this round to keep his undefeated record in the UFC intact? Final seconds. Allen with another couple of big shots and elbow wobbled him for a moment. And they swing right to the final horn. Max Holloway and Arnold Allen go the distance with a heck of a lot on the line at 145 pounds. All that's left tonight from the T-Mobile Center is to get the official decision in our main event. One final time tonight, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 49-46, and 48-47 for the winner by unanimous decision, Max Holloway.